Good morning, everyone. I'd like to invite you to take your seats as we're going to start. We still have plenty of space here in the front tables. You're welcome to sit down. As you'll know, you'll notice that we're sitting at tables today. That's because part of today's sermon, instead of being a sermon, is going to be discussion time at the tables. So we're trying out something different. I hope you'll enjoy. And yeah, my kids are apparently part of the band now. So, well, let's welcome up our Nova band to perform a couple of songs for us, and let's all sing together.
Thank you. Oh, Yoshi needs to sing. Thank you. Oh, no. You want to do this? Okay, if everyone can rise with us to sing our first song. We're going to be singing Light in the East. 1 second. Okay.
Are you going to clap your hands for us, Ellie?
Okay, there we go. All right. Light that drives out the darkness is shining brightly from the east. Sons and daughters of light are dwelling in the garden there. This is God's land of righteousness, chosen by Him to do His will. These are God's people, chosen ones, upright in mind and heart. As we now receive the love of God, our boundless source of light. Come, let's join together, as in brightness we shall live. Oh, you'll shine like the brightest star to all of heaven and earth. The winds over evil is now uniting in the east. People longing or good are dwelling in the garden there. Country of prayer and holy light, honoring God eternally. People who wear the robe of white, sacrificing for the Lord. As we now receive the love of God, our boundless source of life. Come, let's join together, and in brightness we shall live. We'll shine like the brightest star to all of heaven and earth. Love that ends all the hatred is now to blossom in the east. And refusing to sin are dwelling in the garden there. Ridiculed and rejected land separates good from sinfulness. People who know the thorny path, knowing God's wondrous love. As we now receive the love of God, our boundless source of life. Come, let's join together, and in brightness we shall live. We'll shine like the brightest star to all of heaven. We'll shine like the brightest star to all of heaven and earth. Thank you. So next we'll be slowing it down. We'll be singing the Father's dwelling place. It says the Father's Father, but I want us to think like heavenly parents, a place where heavenly parents is dwelling. Okay. All right. The Father's dwelling place children of the living God, into the world of Eden regain. Let's go marching together. The Father's dwelling place is the throne of new life. Now our resurrection is come, which we long awaited. May the word of God in my heart resound, so eternally to receive His joy. We shall be His pride and delight, children of the living God, into the world of Eden regain. Let's go singing together. The Father's dwelling place is the eternal paradise, where the blessing He had to reserve will be freely given. May the word of God in my heart resound, so eternally to receive His praise. We shall be His pride and delight, children of the living God, into the world of Eden regain. Let's go dancing into the world, into the world of Eden regain. Let's go dancing together.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for singing along. And thank you to kids for joining us up here. Yeah, you're always welcome to. If you feel the Spirit move you, come join us here and clap along and sing along. Bring more energy to our band here on stage. And so welcome once again to the Nova Family Church. We're here because we love our beloved founders, Reverend Dr. Sun Myung Moon and Dr. Hak Jahan Moon, who we call the true parents. And we believe that the family is the school of love, and God is our heavenly parent who loves and embraces us all as His children. And so this morning, I hope that you can be filled with this love and feel the sense of community here. And we're going to say hello to those who are joining us from a distance. We have a camera behind, so we'll just say hi. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us. And we'll spend the next 3 minutes or so saying hi to those who are here in the room. Just, give each other a hug or a handshake, right? Say, how are you? How's it been? Long time no see, right? And we'll meet back here in a few minutes.
みんな同じ。これをクリックスライド、パワーポイントスライドがあって、これを next やって、言葉とかが見えるの。わかる？今日サンデースクール何やるの？サプライズ。I can't tell you. 本を読んでなんかやるよ。クラフト。チータン作るの？Okay, Yoshi? Just leave it there. Okay, Kosei kun, Kasumi-chan. Kosei kun, Kasumi-chan. Ready? Okay, ready? They're gonna do this for me. Okay. So we're gonna start our performance song. So if everyone could find a seat. We have some empty seats in the front if people need some seats. Yeah, and we have seats on the side if you'd like to sit there too. Okay. Yes, we have little ones joining us for the band for our performance song, Kasumi-chan and Kosei-kun. Yay! Okay. So we're going to be singing Where Peace Begins. I chose this song because it talks about we are one family under God. And today's Sunday service is kind of unique. As you could tell, we have tables because we're going to be studying the divine principle and applying these principles to our life. And so our principles, our founders teach us about we are one family under God. And so anyway, that's why I chose this song. So if you know the song, you can sing along. Yes, okay. All right, we will begin. Here we stand together, one in our humanity, for we all come from the Father. We are one family.
It's our school of love and peace, where we've learned there's a way for the world to live in harmony, and together we all say, this is where peace begins. Here we sow the seeds of love. It all starts with our knowing we are one family. We are one family under God. Not just body but spirit. On and on we try to be people who live for others, for love knows no boundary. Neither race nor religion, no barriers can keep us apart. Forgiveness, true understanding, this is how it all starts. This is where peace begins. Here we sow the seeds of love. It all starts with our knowing we are one family. one family
under God.
under God. We are one. This is where peace begins. Here we sow seeds of love.
It all starts with our knowing we are one family. We are one family
Under God, peace begins. Here we sow seeds of love.
It all starts with our knowing we are one family. We are one family under God. We are one family. We are one family under God.
We are one family.
We are one family under God.
Yeah.
Good job. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let's give another hand to our Nova Band and our special guests today, Kasuvi Ekose. Thank you for joining us. Wow. Yeah, that's really beautiful to see. We are one family under God, and seeing the different generations up on stage performing together, right? We can see that in action. So I'm very excited to be sharing with you today. I'm sorry, what? Oh, sorry. Okay. Yes, the children are dismissed for Sunday school now. Thank you, honey. My husband, the Sunday school teacher, reminded me to make that announcement. So, yeah, we have some more children with us today, so please go ahead. Okay. So now I will offer a prayer, an opening prayer, and then begin. So please join me in prayer. Our most beloved Heavenly Parent, true parents of heaven, earth, and all humankind, we're so grateful that you are our parent, our eternal parent who loves us unconditionally and is always there for us no matter what. We're grateful to our true parents who have given their whole lives for the sake of our families, for the sake of the whole world, to bring us back to you, Heavenly Parent, that we may indeed be one family under God. I pray that with the lecture and the discussions we have today, that we can engage in the content of the divine principle that was revealed so many years ago to Reverend Moon and that began the whole movement that we have here today, and pray that we can still find meaning and relevance in this content and that it can be useful to our own lives. Pray that you can be with us and join us here in this room today. I pray this in attendance to Holy Mother Han with gratitude in my name, Natasha Phillips of the Phillips Blessed Center family. Adieu. Okay. So, yes, good morning, everyone, and welcome. Today we're trying out a new kind of a service style that we haven't done before. And that was suggested by a member of our CAT team, our community advisory team. And she was saying that, it would be nice to have some content that's about the principle, but where we're also engaging in discussion and sharing our own testimonies and not just, listening to a lecture or a sermon, right? So I'm going to be talking a little bit, but then, the rest will be up to you. And we don't have any table leaders or anything like that, so it's just, up to you where the conversation goes. But I have some suggested questions. And I will just say that preparing myself to talk about divine principle, was, at first like a challenge to really remember everything, because it's been a while since I read the divine principle. It has been a while, confession, cover to cover. That's since my UTS days. basically, right, when I was studying with Dr. Shimio and others very thoroughly the material. But since then, I haven't taken the time to read it regularly, because we do have other Holy Scriptures, right, other messages that we read and do for Hunde. So, but I didn't want to forget about the divine principle, because it is our foundation, right? And actually yesterday, Dr. Miller, who's here with us, gave a wonderful lecture, an education seminar, where he talked about the introduction in chapter 1, and just listening to him, because he's so much more experienced lecturer than I am. I could really be inspired all over again, and feel, wow, this is such amazing content. I can see why so many people, when they heard this, including my own parents, they said, this is the truth, right? Whoever, discovered this, whoever wrote this, I have to follow them, right? So how can we be still inspired by that content today and still apply it to our lives today? So that's something I was thinking about, So the topic, I don't know why. It did work, and then it didn't. Okay. Should I point here? No. Anyway, all right. You saw the title. Oh, now we're in the middle of it. Okay. Living out the divine principle. Okay. Thank you. So I picked the title, Living Out the Divine Principle, because, I like the expression to live out the truth, live out what you believe in, and, how we can live out the teachings, right? So, searching on Google, living out the gospel, right? If you're a Christian believing in the Bible, it means to manifest the teachings, right? Through a changed lifestyle where your actions, your attitudes, your relationships reflect the character of Jesus Christ, embody the principles of God's grace and kingdom. So if we want to live out the divine principle, right, taking from this definition here, we want to change our lifestyle, right, to reflect the character of true parents, and that our actions, our attitudes, our relationships can reflect that, right, in our day-to-day life. And, of course, that we can embody the God's kingdom, right, the Chanil Guk, as we call it. Okay. So there's a picture here of a lady meditating, to herself. She looks very peaceful and calm. And, she could be living out certain principles on her own, right, to achieve mind-body unity, to, completely manifest her individual truth, body, and to be connected to her creator. But she's on her own, right? And as we know from the principle, all of life is about relationship and connection and family, right? So I found this beautiful picture. I thought, these could all be family members, right? They could have interracial, brothers and sisters-in-law, and, grandparents, grandchildren, etc. Just thinking about our community here, right, looks a lot like that. We have people from all around the world who are here in this room, right? So if we think about how we have come together, how True Parents brought us together from the whole world, it was with this idea of, making these connections and relationships. Why are these so important? Well, I started thinking about this while driving on the road, and just, driving along, watching all the other cars, and thought about, wow, we're on the road a lot, right? We're always going somewhere, getting places from A to B, whether it's by car, by plane, walking, But here it's a lot by car, primarily. Back in Germany it was a lot more by train and subway, but yeah, we drive a lot, right? So why are we always moving about? Why don't we just stay put in our comfortable, cozy homes? We live in the modern age. We can work from home. We can meet people on Zoom. We can do our shopping online. Why do we even need to go out anymore, right? What do you think? Would you be satisfied living a life just in your home, get everything delivered to you? No? You can see the world through your TV screen and the books, maybe. What do you think? It's not a very satisfactory life, is it? I don't think so. Yeah, it wouldn't be for me either. I mean, there are some people who are quite the homebody character. I know my husband is like that. He said he could stay in his house for a week, like without leaving the house, he'd be okay. You know, for me, like if I stay home one day, I'll go crazy. So I need to get out. But like, okay, for a week, fine, maybe, but not your whole life, right? You need to go out. You need to move around. And that's because we crave connection, right? We want to connect with other people. We want to connect with our world, with our environment, with our community, our families, etc., right? We're going places, we're seeing people. And that is part of our nature because that is God's nature, right? And we are here resembling our Creator. So I thought, like, you know, what part of the first chapter shall I talk about? Because I don't have time to give a whole Divine Principle lecture this morning. You know, I just wanted to touch on a few fundamental principles from the first chapter. And so, as we know, God, our Creator, is a being of dual characteristics, right? Yang and yin, positive and negative, internal, external, and we reflect that. So within ourselves, there's this fundamental principle called give and take action. Anybody here has heard of give and take action? Yes? Okay. I'm not going into a detailed explanation again. But yes, just very in brief, right? Give and take action is, or give and receive, sometimes it's called give and receive instead of give and take in more modern translations. But this is the dynamic where there's always an exchange happening, right? So even within yourself, right, you have the blood exchanging, the arteries and veins. You have the oxygen and carbon dioxide, right? There's give and take or exchange happening to keep you alive, right? And then for relationships with others to exist and to flourish, you also must have this kind of relationship. And for me, the key in this is that there has to be a mutual exchange, right? You cannot have a one-sided relationship. Imagine if you were only taking in oxygen and not ever breathing out the carbon dioxide. What's going to happen to your body pretty quickly? I'm not a scientist, but I mean, I can guess the carbon dioxide is going to build up and make you sick, and eventually you'll die, right? Sure, the oxygen is what you need to live, but if you don't get rid of the carbon dioxide, you can't keep living. If you have a relationship with somebody, right, and you're giving to them, you're reaching out, and they never respond, they never do anything back, is that relationship going to last in the long run? Is it sustainable? It's going to die, right? The same thing. So, yeah, for me, the fundamental aspect of this point is just the fact that it's, mutual, right? So that is a principle of life. For things to exist, to flourish, right, you need to have that give and take, the exchange that's happening. And it's also needed not just to exist, but to multiply, right? And that is to multiply and to grow. For example, having children, right? That's the man and the woman having give and take, and that's how the children can be born. So now we come to the four-position foundation, because I thought, yeah. So basically, I'm just in chapter 1, section 2 of the principle, right? So these are all points taken from that section. The three-object purpose the four-position foundation, which realizes the three-object purpose through origin, division, union, action. Okay, so we have God, right, as our origin, and then the division of subject and object partner, which we can think of as man and woman, for example, and then the union is the children, right? And that can be the four-position foundation, or the three-object purpose. Here we go, subject, object, union. This is basically the foundation of our existence, of our life, right? The purpose, the eternal purpose of creation, as it says here, right? And the way that this little quadrant works, right, is that we have this mutual relationship that is not stagnant, but it's very fluid and flexible. And Dr. Miller was sharing with us yesterday, he also talked about these points, that if, the man is in charge one day, he's deciding on something, then he can be the subject position, and God and his wife and children can be the object position. But then another time the children say something that's really smart and wise and heavenly, and then everybody else listens to the children, right? So they all take turns, and then the wife takes a turn being in a subject position. So it's not a rigid system, right? And that, to me, the main point for me here is that there's always movement, right? That's how life keeps going. We cannot just stay stagnant. And if we want to, fulfill this three-object purpose, we must be flexible, right? And that can be hard when you're a stubborn person and very set in your ways and thinking one way of thinking, right? And then suddenly you have to challenge yourself to think in a different way, be more open to other things, to try other things, right? I've seen this in my household, where we are now 3-generation household with my father-in-law and my kids, right? So we have the grandparent-grandchild relationship. So you can think of it maybe like grandparents, husband, wife, grandchildren, right? This kind of quadrant. And sometimes, my grandson, who's only my son, right? The grandson who's only I don't have grandchildren yet. My son, who's 2 years old, will tell his grandpa what to do. Basically, he orders him about. He's like this tiny little kid. If you saw him up on stage earlier, right? And his grandpa is like 71 years old, right? He's telling this old, experienced person who's seen a lot in life, here, play this ukulele for me. He brings the instrument, takes it to his grandpa, and is like, play, and then he tells him what songs to play. And his grandpa will do it, right? Because he loves him and he'll play for him. And just seeing that kind of interaction is so beautiful for me. Like, it brings me joy as the mom to see this kind of bonding and relationship. And I think this is what brings our Heavenly Parent joy as well, right? To see us fulfilling this kind of purpose in our families. And this 4-position foundation, right? That's why it's the fundamental foundation of goodness, the fundamental foundation for life, right? Is to have this 4-position foundation. So I could talk forever on this, but I don't want to, because I want to give at least 10 minutes for you to have discussions at your tables, right? So I was thinking of, what are some things we can talk about related to these fundamental principles, like give and take action, 3-object purpose, the 4-position foundation, right? So what are some examples of these principles in your life? You have the questions over here. What are some challenges of living out a principled life? Because we all have them, right? We don't have our perfect, beautiful families that are always united. And name one area in your life that you want to work on. So you may not have time to get to all the questions. You can see how it goes at your table. If you have a table that's a lot of people, you may want to divide into 2. There's an empty one over here, so invite some people to come sit here. Don't be shy, okay? And we'll see how it goes. Maybe some of you will want to share at the end if you feel inspired. Okay. Can we... Oh, also for those online, I don't want to neglect you. Feel free to add comments if you'd like. You can think about these questions on your own and put some comments. Can we play some quiet music? And then we can, start the clock. Okay. Thank you.
daughter is being treated for leukemia. It hit me hard. It did.
Okay, I give a 30-second warning to finish your conversation. Okay. 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 Thank you, everybody, for sharing. I hope you had some fruitful discussions and could learn a little bit more about each other and the principle and how we apply it in our lives. Is there anybody who's brave enough to share something they discussed at their table, something they want to share? Just a couple of people? Yes? Okay. Thank you, Dr. Miller.
I started a big discussion here about patience because you were saying how can we be more fulfill our thing, and I said, well, I try very hard, but I'm very impatient. And then even my children say, Dad, stop being stupid. It doesn't work. Stop it. They don't say stupid. They say don't do that. So I have to listen to my children, but I also have to become more patient. And I was saying, as I mentioned yesterday, if I can't love my wife or my children, people close to me, then I can't love God. So this is important. And we had a whole discussion about patience, and even Father was impatient sometimes in his youth and later.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, excellent point, working on patience. I'm sure we could all work on that, right, at some level. Yeah. Anybody else? This table, you want to share something?
I shared that I had a work meeting and someone got heated and upset and it was towards me, but I didn't react. And afterwards, other people actually came and checked in on me because it was such a moment. And I said, I'm fine. We actually figured it out later. Like, we just talked about it. But I think growing up in our movement, I learned that you don't need to be so angry when someone else is throwing their anger at you. You can take that and be more productive with it. So,
That's awesome. Thank you, Adalia. That's a great example. Okay, maybe one more person. No? Yeah, from the Japanese group, does somebody want to share? Why not? Don't be shy.
No, this is a Japanese group discussion, and we talked about the give and take action. And nowadays, the young people can order even grocery online, and I don't like online shopping. I have to go there and touch the fruits or smell the fruits, and real give and take action I like, and I can't believe that my children are ordering grocery. Of course, they can save money, save time, and there are good points too. But I really like real give and take action, and. I moved to apartment, and if something breaking, I have to order through online, so that I cannot call. They cannot come through. Ordering online. I need to replace here and there, and then they can come. So. Very inconvenient to me. I want to call someone and they can fix to me, but nowadays everything online. I really need to real give and take action, and that kind of thing we discussed.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I think that's a very valid point. I think the internet was invented, for one reason, was to bring greater connection between people, right? so we can all communicate and connect to each other. But the reality we see is that people are becoming more and more distant from each other, right? Despite all the connection, we really need the face-to-face, to hear the voice, talk to people. It's so important. Okay, thank you so much for sharing, everybody. And so I hope you enjoyed this different style of service today. And, feel free to invite a guest when we try this again. I hope they can introduce, a little bit of the principle to new people. So, for now, maybe we should put this back. Tetya, can you help me again? Thank you. So we will have up on screen our reflection and offering. So if anybody would like to donate or offer something for our church community and the ministry that we do here, you can use the online. Or if you don't like online, you prefer the in-person connection, we have our physical ushers here passing around the offering basket you can have direct give and take with. So thank you. Please join me in the prayer, the offering prayer. Our beloved Heavenly Parent, true parents of heaven, earth, humankind, we're grateful for all these offerings offered with a humble heart to you, our Heavenly Parent, and to our true parents, that we may continue to providence and continue to grow our movement and our community right here in Nova, that we can use these funds wisely and to do your will. I pray this and attends to Holy Mother Han with gratitude in my name, Natasha Phillips of the Phillips Best Center family, Jew. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, everybody. I want to share a couple of announcements. There's some on the screen here, and then some things I will just say. One important one, you probably already know this, but just to make sure, next Sunday, we have our Halloween service. So we've got some exciting things planned, including a whole bunch of pumpkins that Aunt Lisa Take from Maryland is providing for us, like she did last year. And this year, we have some stickers and felt stickers and things that we can put on the pumpkin faces to make our own faces. So it'll be like a decorating activity for the kids to do. And we'd like to have costumes. If you want, I understand if you don't want to come. It's not a mandatory thing, but I'll be dressed in costume. So anybody who wants to, please feel free, especially the kids, obviously, but even adults too, if you have a costume, you want to show it off. And we can have a little costume contest. Last year it didn't really work out as a proper contest, but this time I'm going to invest in it and make it a proper contest where people get up on stage and we can vote on the best costume, okay? So, maybe for the prize voting, we could do like one for adults, one for kids. Yes, do you have a question, Dr. Shimio? No? Okay. All right. Do you have a costume? Oh, okay. You could go as the professor, sitting here. Yeah, so anyway, I hope we'll have a fun time and that this is, is going to be our family-friendly service. And this little baby here, this is Marina Goto. So she was born to Mainan and Kana Goto on Friday at 3:15 p.m. So I just want to announce the arrival of this beautiful baby girl, and you can congratulate them and send them messages or offer your support to them. yeah, we are excited that it was safe delivery and everyone's doing well. So yeah, they should be coming home today from the hospital. Okay, yeah, and then in other news, want to just welcome some people to our community. We have with us Osmarina Rush. I'm not going to make her come up on stage, but just want to say welcome back from her trip to Brazil. We're so happy to see you here. Welcome. And we have Reverend Zhang. Would you like to say hi, Reverend Zhang? He's visiting here from Korea. Do you want to come up and say hello? Yes? I heard he's only here until tomorrow, right? So, yeah, it's a rare chance to get to see you and say thank you for coming today.
Good morning, everyone. I spent national holiday of Korea, Chuseok, during this week. So, and she came from Japan, my daughter-in-law, and we family together this week, and so we have good memory with the Heavenly Parents, Children Parents. And last week we attended the Chuseok Wonton service. So even though I was so busy schedule every single day, but however, I missed the church member. So, and I'm so sorry about the children mother issue. We could not protect children mother. However, we'll find out some solution end of this year. So, would you pray for children mother health issue, or internally, externally, unite each others? And we have a Chonshimon, so would you attend the Chonshimon morning or evening, whatever, so you can join that and follow the heavenly fortune. Do not lose the chance to this is a hard time. Hard time means the other means is a blessing. So we get the blessing, we have to pay for something. My effort, my tears, my sweat. No pain, no gain. It is true. As you know that. So during this hard time, we need my sincerely devotion to children mother. How much love children mother. Show me. Evidence. This kind of song. Not just a bubble, I love you. It doesn't work anymore. We truly make a great foundation this hard time, internally, externally. Do not accuse each other. We truly united. No matter what, we overcome someday. So I'm leaving tomorrow. I don't know when you come back here, but I'll see you next year. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Reverend Zhang. And thank you for working so hard in Korea, representing all of us here in Nova to protect, look after our true mother. We know it's a very serious situation. We're praying for her every day. And yes, it's a good reminder we can always use the Chonshimon. It's a nightly vigil at 10 p.m. Monday to Friday. You're always welcome to join here. Thank you. So yes, as he did mention, his daughter-in-law is here with Tetsuya. Did you want to just say hi? You could just stand up, introduce yourself.
Hey everyone, I'm Tetsuya. I'm originally from this community, of course, but I live in New York at the moment, so I come back and forth. And then I got blessed this year with my now wife. I'll let her introduce herself, but she's here to visit for a few months as we figure out some visa stuff and then get her ready to come live in the U.S. So here.
Nice to meet you. I'm Remy, and just 3 months in USA, and I will come go to Canada to practice English and working. Yes, so nice to meet you, and I hope your happiness and grow. Yes, happiness. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for coming here today. And we also have another guest. Would you like to just say hi, introduce yourself?
I'm not going to stand up for this. Hi, I'm Tsurue's brother, Kenshin. I'm visiting because she was planning on visiting me in Illinois. I live near St. Louis, and it's not a very safe place. So when she said she was going to visit, I was like, no, I'll just visit you instead. So I came over here just for this week.
Welcome. Nice to see you here. Okay. Yeah, anybody else wants to say hello? Oh, yeah.
Hi, I just want to make an announcement. Many of you know, or most of you know, that my son, Sunyan, had a ventricular fibrillation last September, a year ago, and has suffered anoxic brain injury. And he was in hospital and in rehab in Boston for the last year. But at the end of September, beginning of October, he came down here to a rehab at Belmont Bay, which is in Woodbridge. And he's much better than he was, but he's still got a long way to go. He remembers people, he knows us, he can talk to us. He does not always remember our names without a little prodding, but he knows all the songs you could possibly, he knows all the Beatles songs and Christian hymns and holy songs, and if you start singing, he'll sing along with you. He knows all the words. So it's very interesting how the brain works, that he can remember everybody, all these lyrics to all these songs, but he has trouble with people's names. But he's very he's about halfway restored to his full, if you look, there's a chart of, it's called Rancho Los Amigos Brain Recovery, Neural Recovery, and he's number 5 or 6 out of 10. But most people there tend to get angry, and they're starting to realize that things are not right, so he is so happy all the time. He'll even say something like, "Oh, I'm in so much pain." Why are you laughing? These are crazy. But anyway, I wanted to say that we have some challenges. He needs a new wheelchair, which his brother Roderick's going to buy for him temporarily. It's $2,500, but he's going to buy it with the hope that the facility will get one themselves. Then he can return the other one. If they get one by, I think it's January 30th, he can return it as sort of a unused Christmas gift or something. And his bed is a little bit too short. He's 6'2". Everybody else there is like 80 years old, and they're 5 feet tall, and they weigh 100 pounds. And he weighs 240, he's 6'2", and so he doesn't quite fit the bed. So we're trying to work on that. So you can keep that in your prayers. And if anybody wants to visit him, as I said, he's very jovial and he loves to talk, and he will tell you jokes. Anyway, it's crazy. So if you want to visit him, just call my wife. She's often there much of the day, and you can arrange to visit him. Her number is 302-353-0073. I don't know. Ask Natasha for it or something. Okay. Yeah, or you can ask me. It's on the recording, yes. 302-353-0073 is my wife's number. Thank you. So anyway, I want to thank everybody for your prayers for this last year. They are working. He's getting better, and it's quite astonishing how much he's changed. Last time I saw him was in February, and that he could only say 1 or 2 words then. Now he talks a lot, so it's really good. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing with us this update. And yeah, it's very encouraging to hear his progress, and we continue to pray for him that he'll continue to progress. And yeah, I hope we can visit him. I haven't done that yet, so it's a good reminder I should go and visit him soon. Okay. All right. The final thing I want to mention is that after service ends, which is a couple minutes, some of us are interested in going upstairs to the 3rd floor because we are thinking of renting a space up there for a Sunday school room. Okay, so there are some rooms available right above us, and we're looking at a potential now, because we've been talking about what's the future of this place here since the lease is up in May. So we're considering at the moment to renew our lease here, but because this space is small, especially for having kids come and having Sunday school, we want to have another room upstairs so that we can have some kids, a separation of ages, right? Younger kids can be here and older kids upstairs to have more Sunday school for everybody. So yeah, anybody who would like to come, but especially the young families who are here, please join us to look upstairs at the rooms. Okay, with that, we will invite the band back to have our closing song and pray, and then we can have lunch together. All right. Okay. Thank you. you.
Okay, if everyone can rise, we'll be singing Happy Sunny Side of Life. If you guys know this song, there's a brother's part and a sister's part. Anyway, Yoshi will do the brother's part, so yeah, okay.
Sunny side, little wheels be tied on the road that we must go. There are pleasant vales, fertile hills and dales, where sweet flowers ever grow. The happy, sunny, pretty rolling dales, where the sweetest joy of gladness evermore prevails, where the sunshine lingers on the hill, on the happy sunny side of life. There are shady dales where no gladness dwells, on the clouds obstruct the view, but a brighter way, like the light of day, is waiting now for you. There's a happy, sunny, pretty rolling dales, where the sweetest joy of gladness evermore prevails, where the sunshine lingers on the hills, on the happy sunny side of life. Let us sing a song as we go along. Let us banish care and strife, that the world may know as we onward go. There's a happy sunny side of life. There's a happy, sunny, pretty rolling dales, where the sweetest joy of gladness evermore prevails, where the sunshine lingers on the hills, on the happy sunny side of life. There's a happy, sunny, pretty rolling dales, where the sweetest joy of gladness evermore prevails, where the sunshine lingers on the hills, on the happy sunny side of life. On the happy sunny side of life.
Thank you. Please join me in a closing prayer. Good morning, our most dearest beloved Heavenly Parents and true parents, Jesus. We are just so grateful for this Sunday, Heavenly Parents. Today was a little bit different from usual. We studied together the Divine Principle and learning how we can apply it to our life. And so I pray, Heavenly Parents, as we start this new week together here, I pray we can apply what we learned today, Heavenly Parents, throughout the week, and that we could really be these your vessels of love, Heavenly Parents, so that everywhere we go, every person that we meet, that they could feel your love springing from within us in our hearts as we really connect to you, Heavenly Parents, and make effort and offer devotion to really connect to you, Heavenly Parents, and really understand you and be one with you, Heavenly Parents. So we're really grateful, Heavenly Parents, for this day, for this Sunday service that we had, and all of our brothers and sisters being here today, seeing many bright faces today, Heavenly Parents. We're just so grateful and happy. Yes, we just want to offer all of our love and gratitude to you, Heavenly Parents. And yes, so I just want to offer this prayer in attendance to our Holy Mother Han. In gratitude, I pray, my name, Tsuru Takeshima, bless your family. Achu. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful week. And yes, and Michiko, oh yes. Thank you, Michiko-san. Yes, Michiko-san prepared lunch. It's curry rice. Yes, thank you, Michiko-san. Please enjoy lunch, everyone, and fellowship. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.